Hello everyone, this is Darryl20 and welcome to episode 35 of Darryl20's Enigmatica 2 Expert Series. How's everybody doing today? Hope things are well with you. Today I'm going to focus on, I've already set it up, my rituals. So this is the way I originally got down before I broke things. So is that what goes there? Yeah, it is. Alright, so I have to find a good way into this underground area of mine that I've just created. Is this a valid way to get in here? It's a little bit cramped. We don't have morph, which is a sad day for all of us. So this might not be the best way to get in here. Whoosh. A little bit of whoosh, a little bit of good times. Maybe... That doesn't look terrible. Yeah, that might be a good way to get in and out. Alright, cool. So here, you can see I used my destruction gadget to clear out a nice swath of land. And now I'm going to use my building gadget to clear out what is a little bit. That should be cool. Yeah, not terrible. We can fill you in. That should be good. All right, cool. So this is going to be my mob farm area. I already placed the ritual. So last episode, we got the required components to get a ritual stone. I left off in the nether, where we went hunting for drops of evil, right? And now, let's get out our exchanger and just exchange our way. And because we're not in fuzzy mode, it doesn't matter. But that looks nice, right? And then what we do want to actually have is that piece of dirt. Let's put him right there. So that's what we're looking at for that. And those two pieces of aluminum, and that should be good, right? So this will eventually be a thing that is a mob spawning area, right? So if we look under here, can I just pop you like there-ish? Well, that was weird. Did I not get any glowstone at all for that? Doesn't matter. Because we're gonna... How do I want to do this now? Part of me wants to make sure that everything's good, right? Now, passive mobs shouldn't spawn. So actually, we should be cool with regards to passive mob spawning. But what we might get, or what I hope works, is that ritual doesn't affect drops of evil, which I don't think it will. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think the nothing that would normally block passive mob spawns would mess with this ritual. But one only hopes that we're not going to have any trouble with this. So, let's get this going today. So my plan is to get a light switch in here, and we're also going to want, like, item collection to occur. So, like, maybe what I'll do is clear out, like, a nice little room on this side of the wall. So this should be... You can still be up 4, but you're going to be down 1, and you're going to be basically a 9x9. Internal, of course. That's not going to work because you're all in that area, huh? Let's undo that. That's why we have undos, guys. Mistakes happen sometimes. Should have smooth stone in here somewhere. Boy, I have a lot of junk, don't I? Actually, no, I'm questioning if I do have smooth stone in here. I probably don't. Did somebody say I could middle click? Oh, that's cool. You can middle click a block, and if you have it in your inventory, that's neat. It'll switch the Dankinol to that. That's pretty cool. All right, so it might not be too easy to have the item collection area. So let's just do this. Like, what if we did instead 2 and a depth of 3? Would that impose too terribly on our rituals and stuffs? It doesn't look terrible. It doesn't look terrible. I don't think that messes with our altar or anything. Almost certain it doesn't. Yeah, I don't think that would be a problem. So this might not be a bad spot for, like, my dark ineffable glass that we got last episode. Right? So maybe we'll have... Let's do this. Let's put you away. And we'll have the building gadget. Horizontal wall. That should be good. Let's just do this. I like that. All right, I think this is good. So this will basically be my, like, little camp out area so that we can do stuff. I think I want a travel anchor for here, so I'm going to try and get one of those and stick it in there. It shouldn't be too impossible to get. And let's just make sure that our altar's, like, still tier 4 and all that stuff. I didn't break nothing. Because you never know. All right, cool. Liking it. All right, so home. Let's get ourselves a travel anchor, right? Which shouldn't be too impossible to get our hands on. Let's put away some of this junk that we don't need at the moment. You can see I actually picked up a few things while I was in the nether and all kinds of other cool stuff. Let's grab a few more pieces of glowstone just in case we decide we need it while we're out and about, right? And you guys can go away, and that should be cool. All right, so now let's get ourselves a travel anchor for down there. So that's just going to be a pulsating crystal, which is a diamond, and some of that stuff. I don't know that we have one, but we can make one, right? Yeah, we don't have enough. I saw it. There's 5 nuggets in there. Whoosh. Okay, so there's your pulsating crystal. And then we need iron and conduit binder, which we, I think, would have conduit binder around here somewhere, right? Right? Direwolf? Yeah, there's some. Nice. And some iron. And now we can get a travel anchor for that location. And we'll call that, I don't know, like something along the lines of mob drops. Because what's going to be there is going to be all my mob drops, right? So I think I want my conduit binder in there. That's more of a reliable chest where I would think conduit binder would be. So let's get this set up quickly so that we can get back and forth here and not have to worry about digging through the floor, which was here-ish. Right? So this area here, mob drops. Well, actually, I'll call it mob farm. Does that sound cool? Right? So then we should be able to get to our home base. And we can get to mob farm and blood magic. Sweet. All right. So we're going to want some drawers. We're going to want a collector, but we'll handle all that stuff in a minute. Let's first... Well, maybe I want to handle it now. Should I do that now? I feel like I should do that now. So let's... I'm not entirely sure how many drawers we're going to want, but we're definitely going to want some drawers and probably a drawer controller. Right? So that's a diamond and 2 redstone engineering blocks. Some reinforced stone and some sky stone. Oh my goodness. I think we've got some sky stone, right? Yes, we do have some sky stone. We only need 3 of those, right? Two of those and 3 reinforced. Which I remember that not being a crazy craft. And reinforced stone, if it's not in here, it will be over here. There it is. That's what we need 3 of. Nice. Okay. And then we need some redstone engineering doohickeys. We've got 1, so we're going to need another. 4 copper plates, 4 constant tin, and 1 of those little spinny doohickeys. So we need 4 of those, 4 of those, 1 of these, some constant tin. I don't know if we have any, but we should be able to make some. I'm assuming... Alright, so it's 1 nickel and 1 copper. 1 nickel and 1 copper. I'm assuming this thing can make that. Yay! Cool. So I need 4 of those, so another nickel and copper. And then we need the copper plates, right? Perfect. So we get you. And because we get 2 per craft, we can put that away. So now let's get a bunch of wood. We've got 44. We can probably get... Didn't I make a sawmill? I thought I made a sawmill. Yeah, I did. Sweet, look at all that sawmilling wood. Beautiful. Hopefully sawdust has a good use somewhere along the lines. Okay. So then we want a drawer controller. We just need a diamond. Not bad. Not bad at all, actually. Not the worst craft in the world. So I don't know, let's get 2 more. So we'll have a dozen of these things, and then we'll go from there and see how many more mob drop things we need to deal with. Okay, so what we'll have is basically this guy, and you know what else I probably want? I don't think it's... I'm pretty sure I have the key. Don't I have the key? Haven't I made a key for these things? Yeah, I did. Nice. Cool. Because the key is a good way to validate that we've placed everything correctly. That should work, right? Yes, everybody's linked. Beautiful. Okay, so I like that. And we might have, you know, some drawers on this side. It depends how many mob drop things we get, frankly. Back to the home base. We're also going to want advanced logistical transporters. And I wouldn't mind a collector. Right? The ranged collector would probably be a nice one to have. That's not a terrible craft. Iron casings might be a little bit of a terrible craft. Do we have some? We have 1. All right, I'll take it. Ranged collector it is. Because that just means that for the ranged collector now, we just need 2 ender pearls, a hopper, and a void crystal, which is just a piece of coal. Right? So 2 ender pearls, easy. Hopper, probably not terrible. I think it's 5 iron plates, though. But again, not super hard with our current situation. Since I updated the pack, I'm actually curious to see if that immersive engineering bug is still there. Yes, it is. The fact that this is not maxed out on internal power indicates yes. Yes, it is still there. But, oh well. Can't win them all. So with that taken care of, let's put away you and get out you, because we're going to need logistical transporting. We're going to need a couple ender pearls, which we should have a good amount of. Not a huge amount, but a good amount. And then a hopper shouldn't be too bad to get. Cool. And I'm going to have a chest in there for miscellaneous junk collection, right? So we should have a chest whose purpose is to, you know, collect any junk. That should be cool, right? So in the or under the floor, I think we'll place our ranged collector, which will be an empty blacklist of items, which means pretty much any item that drops on the ground should be picked up by it within seconds. And then you, sir. Hey, there we are. And there's our chest, right? So the logistical transporter, I think these are such that it goes into the nearest available inventory. I believe and I hope that that's accurate. And maybe we'll test that like right now, right? Hey, don't do that to me. Thank you. Thank you, large amounts of junk. Okay. And then we can set you to extract mode, right? Pull. So let's do I have anything on in my inventory that might be? So if I put you in there. I'm assuming that you should have made your way into the chest. Good. That works. It's not terrible. Okay. That's cool. Let's put something like chests in here. Right? So that, you know, if I put that in there, all 5 should come in. Okay, cool. And then we should see them flow into this. I just want to test to make sure that they always go in here before I validate that this is good. I'm pretty sure that these things work like I would expect, which is nearest first type of deal. And I call that good. All right, that works for me. I'll take that. So you guys go away, and that's cool. All right, so that should be... do what now? Did I just imagine what happened in life, or no? I don't know. So that's not bad. All right, so that's cool. So let's stick with that. We could also, if we wanted to, like, to be super fancy cool about it. What if we also had a thing? Do I have enough of these to do this? I don't think I do, actually. It's going to be a tight squeeze. We'll hold off on that for now. Yeah. So we've got... middle click. I like that. That's fancy. All right. So the only thing I want to have in here is lights on and off, right? That would be nice. So let's get a light switch going for this room. I don't know if we can have redstone conduiting yet. So we do have conduit binders, right? Would it be doable to make redstone conduits, right? These things. So that needs... the alloy furnace can do it. It's just redstone and silicon. That's cool. Okay. So silicon, do we have any of you hanging out? I'm pretty sure we could probably make some. We have a little bit. How do we get that? The crusher can make it with what appears to be sand. Okay. Hey. So you, sand, silicon. Cool. Let's get 9 of them. And 9 redstone should be sufficient for an initial setup. And pop you into there. And I'm curious if you have that. I have to look at you in order for you to craft thing happening, but we'll find out in a second. Right? And then I'm also going to want a little bit more redstone, because we're going to want to set up redstone lamps inside this room. Okay. So that's going to be 24 of that, and hopefully that's sufficient. And if not, we'll come back for more. Deal? Deal. Let's get 4 of these. Cool. All right, back to the mob farm. So what I'm thinking is, in like... I'm always bad at mapping these out, but we're going to see what works. Hey, you. And you. 4 levers. And that needs to be a little bit more. So that's 2 away from there. And 3. So that should probably be more. They're sneaky about stealing my lamps. One, two, 1, 2. Because it's 4 tall, that's the reason I'm having this problem. What I could do is something like this, though, and have it kind of protrude into the room. That looks like it might be cool, right? And then we could do that. I think that's a neat idea. I like that. I think that looks good, right? So then here, it's basically 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That should be realistically here. Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, I like this. I think this looks fine. And then up in the ceiling, we just have to figure out to link you correctly. So let's get... Do I have a Yeti wrench yet? Did I make one of those? I feel like I did, but maybe I didn't. But I think I can do that, right? So you're going to output signal color red. Okay. And let's get you into cobblestone mode. Okay. Now I'm thinking I should have no problem. Yeah, we should be fine there. Okay. Because what we want to have... Whoopsie doodle. I can fix that. All that stuff's going to show up in here eventually. And this should still work, by the way. So where's my master ritual stone? Boom. That put it back. Good. Perfect. So this won't be perfect from inside that room, but it'll be pretty darn good. Okay. So you're gonna go... Where's these things? There it is. Like that. I need it. I'm probably gonna need a few more of these, it looks like. Not a big deal though. And let's run you this way. It's actually going to be close, whether or not I did it or not. Let's just do this, right? Because what we can do is force a connection on the down, can't we? I might need a Yeti wrench for that, though. I might need a Yeti wrench to force the connection on the down, but we'll... Ah, no, I don't. Cool. Any wrench can do it, huh? There we go. So you're going to input on red, right? So your input on red, the others are going to be output on red. Okay, so then the actual lever which should be showing up here shortly. Nice. You're going to be output on red. Beautiful. Look at that. Perfect. That's what I want to see. Doesn't actually matter what I place here. I just need to be able to get you output on red. What am I standing on? What's happening? Perfect. Output on red. And you were already output on red, right? So now that's a light switch for the whole room. Psst, that's a light switch for the whole room. What's happening? What's happening? This actually should be working and it's not, and I don't know why. Did somebody get left on input by mistake? That actually could be a reason. Let's do this. You're not inputting, you're only outputting on red. Your output on red and your output on red. And you're the only input on red. Explain. Explain. So that turns out all the lights, which is what I would expect to happen when I flip the switch. Let's just test it now. Maybe it was just a little bit of stickiness. What? Because that really should be working now. I would think, right? Because that... Actually, it's this block we want to connect to. Maybe that's why. Something was stuck before. Now we're cooking. Actually, I don't know why you're on at all, because you shouldn't be. Oh my goodness. But you can be input on red and output no. Now we're cooking. Thank you. Okay. All right, there we go. I just misplaced a block, and then things are being a little bit funny. All right, I like this. What do you guys think? Pretty cool. Mob farm work. I think that looks good, from down here at least. Up above, it's going to be a little bit messy, but we're not going to be up there all that often. So I'm not too worried about that. Okay. I might set it up so that this guy pipes into this guy, but we'll find out if I feel like doing that at some point. All right, with that taken care of, I think we just now need dark ineffable glass, and then we need to activate the altar. So what's my current LP looking like in my character? Because I think I need 50,000 to get this ritual going. So let's get this taken care of, right? And then while we're here, we're going to also get that dark ineffable glass that we want. Nice. Make sure you're glowing. At night, I regen faster than the sacrificial dagger is ready, which is kind of funny. All right, so let's also keep an eye on you. So you're above 50 now, but I want to give you a little boost. I'd like you to have a little boost before we kick this off. See how fast my regen occurs at nighttime? That's the difference between a ritual running at night and during the day, if you don't have a collector crystal focused on it, right? If you do have a collector crystal, then that's cool, but if you don't, oh well. Wow, that was fast. So we're at 82. I think I want to bump myself up over 100 just to be safe, which is like 1 or 2 more iterations here. Just to be safe. Right? And then we can pop down into our mob farm area, flip everything over to Cursed Earth, right? And then we should be cool. And then we should have automated LP. We should have pretty much unlimited lava and lots of other powerful stuff that we can get courtesy of this mod. So now let's pop down there. Mob farm, go. We're gonna do the Cursed Earth thing. Cool. We'll do the dark ineffable glass. Okay. And let's do... Huzzah! Cool. Ready? Alright. The only thing we need now, actually, is to activate the ritual with the weak activation crystal. So let's go back up to the blood magic area. We'll get our weak activation crystal. Let's see, we've got 122,000 LP in us right now. So we'll go down here. A rush of energy flows through the ritual. Oh, that wasn't so bad at all. That really wasn't bad. And then we're good to turn off the lights, right? So mob farm, lights out. Go. Yay! Mob spawning. Yay! If we look at here, we should be getting LP, right? So each, like, hit does a little bit of LP. Now, let's look at upgrading the altar so that we have better runes, right? Because I want a rune of sacrifice. So we need a crystal sword and stone burn, and we need 3 reinforced slates, right? Reinforced is the tier 2, right? So I could get 7 sets of those right now as it stands, which I think I'm gonna do. So let's do this. Let's leave these guys here because they're components of this structure. So I want to have one of you because you need to be covered up again, right? We'll let this keep running. Let's also make sure that this area is chunk loaded that I'm in. Okay, so that we make sure that this thing keeps running. I can go ahead and set this in here, by the way, now, and that's cool. I like that. I like that. Let's get the crystal swords doohickeys. So, back to our home base. I don't think we have any crystals, because I converted most of them into collector crystals. So I might need to run around at night, which it looks like it's barely night. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Mobs are taking damage down there. That's cool. That's kind of cool. It's working. Guys, it's working. Guys, it's working. All right, so you go away. Not the linking tool, the resonating one. Goes into our offhand at night. And then we have to go find... Let's also grab our destruction gadget. Because your job will be to be 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, depth of 16, right? And let's also come over here, because I'm pretty sure, noticing that my destruction gadget is not recharging, I assume that you were here. Yay. Alright, how did that happen in my... Where's my sword? Anyone? Alright, I have to go look at what just happened, because I have no idea. Did I put it in here? Where'd my sword go? Where'd my really good sword go? Found it. Yeah. I almost didn't notice that that happened. That's too funny. All right, so I'm going to go find this stuff, and we'll be right back. So here's some. Yay. That's enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 3 swords worth, right? And Rune of Sacrifice, we get 3. So I was going to do 7 sets. So I need 7 crystal swords. So I need quite a few more of these rock crystals. And they don't stack because they're all different stats. So we're going to want to be aware of that fact. And be careful about that. So I'll be back in a few minutes once I'm ready. All right, we're back. So, rock crystals, check. Let's put away some stuff and things that we don't need in our inventory right now at this exact moment. Like chests and levers and that kind of cool stuff. Cool. I can probably put you away, and in here can go this thing. I collected some diamonds because, hey, I'm a simple man. If I see diamonds, I collect them. Not complicated. All right, with that taken care of, right? So, so Runes of Sacrifice is going to be that and my Stone Burn, right? So we're going to need some of that Stone Burn that we made in the past. We have a good amount. We might need a little bit more. Oh yeah, LP going up. Passive LP generation. Guys, that is super cool. Do. Sweet. So over here, right, is my Master Orb in here? No, it's in here, that's right. So let's take him, right? We're going to want some sticks. We basically need enough to make 7. So 2 of these. Okay. Runes of Sacrifice. Crystal Sword. Oh, it's a luminous crafting table recipe. Okay, that's not a terrible thing. I can make that happen. I'm sure that this will work during the day, I would imagine. Cool. You... Resonating Wand. Resonating Wand. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? I believe. All right, good to go. Let's get inside this building. So now we should be good to make these runes. What's interesting is that it doesn't require like a blank rune. Most runes require a blank rune. This recipe does not, and therefore I find that to be a little bit interesting. Right? Ain't that cool? So that's 21 of these dudes, right? And we can make more if we wanted to, but for now I think that would be sufficient. What I'm going to do is use my exchanging gadget. Let's see. That should be cool. Nice. Okay. And then you can even see like a little bit behind the scenes there. So there's 3 more, right? And there's about probably, so that's 21. There should be 7-ish that didn't get converted. So that's pretty good. So that should now be generating more LP per pulse, right? From the mobs taking damage in there. So what I'd like to do is drain this thing. Oh, and we have to handle mob item drops, don't we? Yeah, we haven't handled that quite yet. They're probably all inside the chest right now. But we'll fill that in a moment. Nice, 600 LP per pulse. That's cool. That's with a room full of mobs, right? Because each mob, you know, contributes to that. So you're actually not a lot of stuff going on. What's up with this thing for so long? So let's get these things populated and then just validate that things are behaving, because I don't want item spills if I can avoid it. Right? We're definitely going to want Inferior Essence in the drawer, because as much as that's not like an additional mob drop, as it were, we definitely want to be ready to have that. Okay. Blank runes, yeah, I can chill in there. I'll use them later. So what's going on down underground? You know what? It just might not be dropping a lot of stuff, because to be fair, you know what? This actually kind of makes sense. That there's not a whole lot of mob drops going on in here. And I'll tell you why. Because Cursed Earth mobs despawn on their own after they're not killed in a certain period of time. Right? That's how Cursed Earth mobs work. So that's interesting to me. Are you within range of the range collector there, buddy? I think you are there. Nice. And then you guys should all make your way into that. Beautiful. So it's rare, possibly. Not incredibly rare, obviously, but it might be a little bit rare that we actually wind up killing something. Because they might despawn before they're killed by the ritual. That's a possibility, right? So I'm going to call this a good wrapping up point for the episode. But we'll come back next time, and, you know, what we will hopefully have is some more mobs. But that's infinite essence now, right? So the key here is that I've pretty much produced an infinite amount of LP, right? Which means we can come over to our home base and pop into our basement and turn this back on. Because these guys can now run again, right? Producing enough power for our matter fabricator to matter fabricate. This stuff's been running the whole time, so we have like 64 stacks of, or, you know, 4096 scrap in there. Nice. That's cool. That's super cool. Really? 64 by 64? I thought it was 32 cap. Shouldn't that be 2048 with no upgrades in it? Huh. Maybe that was a change in the pack. I don't know. But the point is we got this thing cooking, which is cool. I might see about getting a few, like 1 or 2 speed upgrades in that thing, right? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But we got to wrap up the episode, because it's totally wrapping up point. So for now, Devil20 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll come back next time. We will do the things and the stuff and all that good timey things. And back to tech next episode, I think. Yeah, almost certainly back to tech. But now we've got UU Matter cooking for a while, right? So that's actually kind of cool. What I might do is steal 2 of you and pop them in here. Would this be like the end of the world? I'm assuming you accept. Oh, you don't accept overclocker upgrades. Look at that. Well, today I learned. Okay. Take it easy, guys.